Hello everyone, konnichiwa. My name is Andi Cakravastia. I'm from Industrial Engineering Program, Research Group of Industrial System and Techno-Economics, Faculty of Industrial Technology, Bandung Institute of Technology, Indonesia. It is a great honor for me to be given the opportunity to deliver this keynote speech on the 5th Asia Pacific Conference on Industrial Engineering and Operation Management. I would like to thank Dr. Ahad Ali, Professor Hiroyuki Goto, and Professor Don Reimer to send me invitation for delivering this keynote speech. My talk today is about modeling activities and collaboration in e-commerce-based supply chain with the case of fashion, small medium enterprises supply chain in Indonesia. There are many researchers contribute in this research, not only from ITB, but also from overseas, industrial partners, and also graduate and undergraduate students in ITB. Allow me to introduce my institution, Bandung Institute of Technology, one of the oldest universities in Indonesia. Basically, we originate in Bandung, Indonesia, West Java in 1920, and now we have 4 campuses throughout the West Java and Jakarta. Let me start with what the main motive of this research. As we know, the digital economy is continued to be the major driver of economy in Southeast Asia, and Indonesia is one of the dominant players in the region. Research in 2018 showed that every $2 that's spent in the region, $1 is spent in Indonesia. And the growth rate of digital economy in Indonesia for the next 2 years is expected to be 15%. The improvement of internet technology in Indonesia made that the internet user is growing. That, for example, in 2015, there are only 40 million internet users in urban area and 20 million in rural area. In 2022, we have more than 160 million internet users in Indonesia, and we can see that the proportion of the internet user in urban area and the rural area is almost the same, and it helps to improve the access of all people in Indonesia to digital economy. One of the dominant sectors in digital economy in Indonesia is e-commerce. And if you can see that one of the industries, if we take a look at the dominant e-commerce in Indonesia, one of the industries that contribute to the sales of in e-commerce is fashion industries. There are many e-commerce, but it is safe to say that fashion is the second most sold item in Indonesia e-commerce, according to the Central Bureau of Statistics Indonesia in 2023. And the sectors is projected to continue grow, and in 2029 is expected the projected market volume is $9.5 billion. This is typical of item that sold through the e-commerce, especially fashion in Indonesia. For example, leather shoes, apparels, Muslim wears, and if you can see that the price is relatively affordable compared to the international brand. This makes the local fashion brand in the recent years become more and more popular, not only among youngsters, but throughout the generation in Indonesia. The market trend in fashion industries is projected to continue grow, and we can see that fashion is one of the industries that have complex demand characteristic. Many research, for example, San, Charney, and Fez, Zindian, Chan et al., and Chan et al. Conclude that there are many factors that make demand characteristic of fashion industries is hard to predict. For example, short life cycle, demand uncertainty, high product variation, the sales forecast is difficult, and then long supply chain process. And Sun in 2008, and then Tewki and Scholes-Ritter in 2014 classify fashion product into three categories: basic product, seasonal fashion product, and high fashion product. In this research, we focus on basic product and seasonal fashion product. This is factors that contribute to the demand of the fashion product in Indonesia. For example, the demand in Indonesia, we have three peaks. For example, in the middle of the year here. Basically, this is the school holiday season. And then at the end or during the month of Ramadan, and then at the end of the year, this is the peak of the sales of Indonesia fashion market. And then in the e-commerce, most of the e-commerce site, they have program on certain dates. For example, 9 September, just several days ago. And mostly on this date, the sales of this fashion product is improved quite high due to many promotion discount that offered by the brand and also the e-commerce. And the recent few years in Indonesia, there are more and more interest of the especially in the young people to use local pride product, and their local pride campaign. This many promote through all the media, and it also enhanced the sales of the local brand fashion product in Indonesia. So based on this situation, we would like to propose a model how to improve the supply chain efficiency and also promote collaboration among small and medium enterprises that is involved in fashion product in Indonesia. This is typical supply chain structures of the fashion product in Indonesia. The brand, normally they have several channels to sell their product. They can sell the product through the marketplace or their web stores, their own web stores, or their offline stores. And then the stock can be stored in the fulfillment centers. It can be managed by each workplace, or they have their own distribution fulfillment center, or managed by third party. And then there are manufacturers. It can be their partners, the parts of the brand, or they have their own manufacturing facilities. And then raw material warehouse. It is also either owned by the brands or provided by a third party, and then the supplier of raw material. This is the main actors, and of course, we have delivery services. Normally, they use third party, and then also financial support, and then the information system support the operation, and there are other many actors involved in the supply chain. In the recent years also, there are shifts in digital economy. The shift is shifting from before is growth at all costs, but now the brand is forced to have focus on profitable growth. Therefore, it's more and more important to optimize the supply chain operation. What's the challenge to grow? The dominant players, if you can see in the e-commerce, are small medium enterprises. And from the perspective of supply chain operation, there are some typical problem. For example, how to get reliable sourcing, inventory management, and the cost structures to keep them profitable. The actor profile that involve can be divided into two categories. First are the brand owner and designer. Normally they have strong design capability and have market access and have great network. And the other typical actors is actors who have strong production skill and they have production facility, but sometimes it is difficult for them to keep up with the latest trend in the market. So collaboration among these two type of actors is required to improve the performance of the supply chain and the competitiveness of the product, because the small medium enterprises, they face a competition with international established brand. One of the key issues, because it's not easy for the small medium enterprises to have strong position in the supply chain, strong bargaining power in the supply chain, and to have high efficiency in their supply chain. Then a supply chain integrators can help them to become collaboration facilitators, mostly through volume aggregation and provide supply chain solution. Therefore, all the actors can improve operation efficiency and costs. Based on this situation, we try to support the supply chain integrator to improve the efficiency of the supply chain. For example, this is just some of our research to model the activities in the supply chain. How to predict the demand of the end product. Here, we are using artificial neural network model. This is common tools. And we are using some variables based on our search on the previous research. For example, climate, and then the expenditure that is spent on the fashion products, the gender proportion in some areas, store location, materials, price discount percentage in special days, ethical style and type, and then we try to use this data to create a demand forecast for typical articles. We can see that for regular product, our forecast can have a good fit. However, for special edition product, there are some challenges that we still work on it. And then another issues is short life cycles. So we develop a model to use this forecast to design what product positioning strategy, make to order, make to stock, that best and the most efficient way to satisfy the demand. So we modeled the product life cycle using Markov decision process, and then we decide whether to serve the market through make to order or make to stock, and then we can have the optimal policy for every period in the horizon planning. Another research that we've done is also about how to select the partners and the suppliers for each brand owner. And then in here, we apply a Delphi method to select the criteria and sub-criteria based on previous research that has been conducted in this area, and we came up with some criteria that we think is significant for the brand owner in this area. Some of the research output that we've done has been published in IAOM conference. This is just some, for example, the supplier selection criteria, and then how the model and algorithm to deliver the product to the end customers, and then the model for fashion sales strategy prediction. And so we publish and disseminate this research in IAM as well. And then another research that we have done is in the integrated scheduling and partner selection. But the difficulties is, since there are many partners and we need to integrate the schedules, the production schedules in the partners with the schedules in the manufacturers. So most of the time that the partners and the manufacturers, they have different preference. For example, when to deliver the material, how much the material that has to be delivered, the price of the materials. So we propose a negotiation-based model to resolve the difference of preference among actors in the supply chain. So this is the interactive scenario between the suppliers and then fourth parties logistic firm who conduct the negotiation among partners to be able to develop efficient schedules, production schedules, delivery schedules, procurement schedules among actors in the supply chain. So the idea is the fourth-party logistics serve as integrators, and then they ask to all partners in the supply chain the preferred operation schedules, and then based on the offers, this fourth-party logistics is create an alternative, different alternative schedules, and then try to resolve the difference among partners in the supply chain, and this process is continuous until we can have agreed schedules among partners. The problem is how to develop the models that can generate the schedules and creating different alternative of schedules, alternative of preference that can be agreed among partners. So to cope with this challenge, we use interactive optimization techniques, and the idea is to generate several alternative options, and then the decision makers can select the preferred decision makers, and then based on the selection, then the model develop another in the second iteration alternative that is close to this preference. So at the end, that decision maker can make their decision that is offered to the partners based on several alternatives. Why we come up with this idea, not just optimize the model, because during our observation there are so many factors that is difficult to model quantitatively. So the decision maker can still use their own judgment to select which alternative that is preferable or they think is more preferable by the partners. Basically, the idea for this research is not really new, because early attempt on negotiation-based supply chain, for example, we published a paper almost 20 years ago, how to model negotiation process to facilitate different preference among supply chain partners, and we use this basic idea in this research. So this is the proposed integrated model. Basically, there are two objective functions. Of course, the first objective function is to minimize the total cost of the system, but also how to achieve the minimization of total cost. We try to minimize the difference of preference between each partners and the supply chain and the preference of the brand. So typically the negotiation variable is the price of the product, order quantity, and the arrival time of the product. To synchronize the schedules of production and the arrival of the raw materials, there are three types of constraints. For example, it's the assembly job, fabrication job, and the outside procurement. So these models is able to come up in each negotiation stage to come up with some alternative. For example, in this case, we display 6 alternative. The model generates 6 alternative. So this decision maker can select which alternative that they thinks can be acceptable both by the brand owner and the suppliers. So we hope by this model that it can support the supply chain integrators to find solution that can be accepted by all parties in the all actors in the supply chain. For example, if this is the supplier's offer and this is the first offers, and then the model can try to find solution. For example, if the supplier offer is unchanged, then the firms try to find solution that is closer to the supplier's offer. The decision makers or the supply chain integrators can also make alternative. For example, they don't. This, for example, in this case, the suppliers are willing to change the offers, so the firms can make another offer that is also closer to the supplier's offer. In this case, the model try to support to find alternative of schedules, alternative of price, alternative of quantity that delivered at the certain period that is more acceptable by each actors in the supply chains. So in this research, we think that to adapt with the shift of focus in digital economies, each actors in the supply chain need to have more and more concerns to optimize their supply chain operation. Therefore, we try to support small medium enterprises, innovation-based supply chain in Indonesia that sell their product through e-commerce with a model and algorithm to support decision-making in the internal supply chain operation and the collaboration process with the other supply chain partners to help them to improve their supply chain performance. We are looking forward for collaboration of research in this area. And again, we would like to thank the organizing committee of the IAOM, especially Dr. Ahad Ali, Professor Goto, and Professor Raymer for giving me the opportunities to share this research with all of you, professors, respected academicians, and all the researchers in the industrial engineering and operation management. Thank you, and again, it is very unfortunate for me not to be able to deliver this speech directly in Japan, and we hope we can continue our collaboration in this research area. Thank you.